Hey folks, Species 7 here. How's everybody doing on this fine summer day? Well, not quite summer, but it will be in, just over a week, I think. We are here on a new farm. A couple of things have happened over the last, couple of days. First of all, and I'm sure you're all aware of it, as you're all fans of a Farming Simulator, Giants has announced that Farming Simulator 15 is indeed a reality, with their amazing In the Forest trailer showing the how forestry is going to be worked into the new game. So that's one thing that's happened, and as anyone else that is a big fan of this game, and seeing as I have close to 1,000 hours in it, I imagine I'm one of their biggest fans. That's great news. The other thing that happened is this map. Some of you may recognize it either from your own adventures in checking out different maps, or because you've seen me play it before. Sort of. This is, in fact, Pleasant Valley. Now, the last time I played this, it was Pleasant Valley version 3. And it was amazing, because Pleasant Valley has always been about more stuff. It has more scripts written in, more mods written in, more things to do, etc., than just about any map you're going to find. It is also really big. Yeah. How's that for pretty much amazing? All this blue that's growing, this will turn green. It's grass. We own 2 fields out of, as you can see, a bunch. I see 70, there's 79, there's 80, 81 fields. So, but it's not just the size of the map that makes this thing rather amazing. It's the fact that there's so much else to do. Now, you do have crops to cut, and you are given sufficient machinery to do that. As you can see, if we look over here, we've got 2 of the top of the line Dutes harvesters, we've got 3 big Flegel trailers, there's a little bit of gear down at the end there, we've got a reasonable assortment of in-game tractors. What else have we got here? A seeder, a cultivator, a plow, and yeah, some tractors. There's also, just behind the building over there, we do have a bibbity telehandler. That's the one. Alright, so you start with a reasonable bit of gear, but like I said, the other things that are interesting on this map. Now, it does have viable objects. Okay, I think probably the easiest thing we could do, I'm going to go through every one of these. Okay, let's get out here. And where did we end up first? Pearl Dairy. Okay, here's the dairy. And out here at the dairy, as you can see, a lot of stuff is locked out, right? And if you look, expand your silage production. For 50k, you can buy this pit, right? You can buy access to all of the grains, etc. that you produce from these silos by buying this, right? And as you can see, that's one of the other things. Remember what I said about more? These are the actual crops offered on this map. Yeah. Pretty amazing, isn't it? I mean, mushrooms, coffee, cranberries, red cabbages, honey melons, watermelons. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. The crops are harvested in different ways, too. It's not like just all the same sort of rinsey, repeaty kind of stuff at all. Right? Okay. So, out here is where you would basically have your dairy cattle. Alright? But, speaking of cattle, well, there's a heck of a lot more than just dairy cattle. Because if we hop around, that's where we are now, Dairy. if we hop out here at KFC, this is where we raise our chickens, this is where we sell our chickens. And again, there's viable things. For instance, we have to unlock this silo set if we want to be able to access it from here. Otherwise, we would have to drag them all the way down here. Right? You can also load up and unload chickens. But we'll get to that when we get to factories, because yes, there are in fact factories in the game. And I'm not sure which of these would actually take us there. Let's try this one and see where this brings us. Okay, this is the other farm. Right. Yeah, okay, so this is our other actual farm. As you can see here, it does offer a few things a little bit different as well. So what are we offering here? For sale, Pleasant Valley Water Tower. Huh. Alright. So there you go. So yeah, buyable objects is obviously a big part of this. But as I said, what's kind of really cool too is the fact that all of the crops that you take down here have more than a use of just simply selling them as grains. Everything from the fact that you can take them to a seed place to basically exchange straight up crop for seed, to you can take like slurry and solid manure and I believe water, and it will produce pelletized fertilizer for you, so you can use an organic pellet fertilizer. That's pretty cool. You can take 3 different types of grains to the bread factory, and that will allow cool doors. That will allow you to make bread. And these are high-end goods, and the high-end goods, the stuff produced in factories, is worth considerably more than just grains. But of course it takes a bit of mucking about, right? You have to bring, I believe all of them are 3 different items is what's required. So you can bring those there and they basically mix it all together, and then you can pick up the pick up your returns, right? Now what do we got going here? Huh. Doesn't seem to these are quite the buildings. Ah, here we are. Bale storage. Alrighty. Wow. So yeah, the goods that you have produced in factories are considered much higher end and far more valuable than just the straight up commodities, just like real life. I mean, once you'd go to a manufactured goods, then away you go. Same thing, you can actually produce fuel. So there's a fuel factory. There's also, interestingly enough, an airport. And the airport allows you, when you have the money to do it, to buy your own airplane. An airplane that you can fit a sprayer attachment, take that pelletized organic fertilizer, and crop dust your crops. Yes, I kid you not, you can actually crop dust your crops. You also have a sand and gravel pit where you can, down here, basin gravel, where you can fill sand and gravel and then have it sifted. You add water, sand, and gravel to the giant sifter, and you can sift gold out, which again you can sell. All of your factories have pickup and drop-off points, as well as a runway strip, so all of your high-end goods can be taken by all of the high-end goods can be taken by aircraft to their destinations. So as I said, there's just so much going on here. You don't feel like just running down and mowing a few crops. You really don't have to. You can pick something else to do for the day. And as there was Oh, there's, I believe, 4 different animals as well as the stock, because you have calves, pigs, chickens that you raise to sell as chickens, plus your normal chickens, dairy cows and beefs, and then pigs, of course. So yeah, and each of the different locations that has the animal farms requires the same sort of thing as you do for the pig mod. You know, they require a certain diet, a certain amount of tending, and then it will start to produce for you. So basically everything on this map has been... Whoop. Can I hop a ride with you? No? Everything on this map has been taken about as far as they can. And like the original, it tends to run really well. You need big gear. It is a big map with big fields. So here's our biogas plant, by the way. Pass gas. And right across the road, what is this? South Storage. Right on. So yeah, same thing at the biogas, you see. They do give you a silage pit that you can use, but if you want to expand, get a little bigger as things move on, well, look at that, you can buy more pits. And as there was in version 3, the ATV park is back. I'm not sure if it still offers cash prizes, etc., but it is back. So that's something that at some point we will have to have a little look at. But that's kind of where I wanted to show you on the first go-around. That over there, I believe, is the main airport, or one of our factories. So yeah, this is another spot for a water tower. Right? So, but at any rate, I know that I said I probably wouldn't do any more maps unless they were MR. Boy, they really need to crank the anti-aliasing up to get rid of that at the edge of the road. But this map offers, I mean, MR offers new physics. This map offers about 20 new things for us to try. So I think it's time to get with the fact that in about, I'm thinking 3 months, we are going to have a brand new farming simulator. And let's move on from MR to all these different things. Let's see what it's like to have to provide for factories and recipes and gold dredging. There's even, if you want to grow cranberries and rice, you have to build 2 dams to get the flooding out of the fields, and only those fields will grow cranberry and rice. Of course, you have to buy the fields too. So, but this has been kind of our early look, or first look, I'm sorry, at the new Pleasant Valley farm, which you will be seeing a lot more of. The other thing with Pleasant Valley is if we go to go to our mods by machine type, we'll see that there's quite a lot of stuff in here. Now, some of it, granted, are things that I have loaded myself, but the Pleasant Valley map comes with a PDF file that if you look at it, you will find a PV Extreme and a PV Preferred and a PV Airplane pack. And these are a lot of the mods that have been re-edited to work properly on this farm with all the multitude of crops. You know, like here's one of these Ropa Bear, but it's a Dutes. Well, that's not the one. But there is an actual, wherever the heck it is, one of those big Ropa. Oh, here we are, the Dutes Ropa. You see? For cucumbers, tomatoes, carrots, honey melons, cabbages, mushrooms, like just really odd stuff, right? So, and then the big Grimmy Megatron, which does sugar beets, potatoes, carrots, and onions. So a little bit of overlap there, but I mean, so it also comes with, like I say, the links, and then you get the Cessna here. Very nice for carrying cargo. bread, birdseed, whiskey, so there's some of your factory products, right? This particular chrome trailer is the one that carries your juices, your bread, your gold, your onion, blah 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 blah. It is currently, I believe, the only one they include that will carry all of those. You have separate animal trailers for each type of animal. You have really nice 150,000 capacity multi-fruit tanker truck. So yeah, it's like I say, some of these I've added just because there wasn't a bunch added in. I guess things like implements, they don't think as much about it, so I did put in a nice size rototiller, a nice size tiller and a nice size plow, or a couple of cultivators. There we go. There's the two that come with it. So as you can see, there are a few things like anything with PV. This came in one of their packs, right? So these are quite nice. Right, there's your crop duster. So you buy this thing, it bolts onto the wings, and then you've got your crop duster. So yeah, it's quite amazing. So like I said, this is just other things. These all came with the different mod packs that they offered, right? So it's all in all a really amazing map, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy it. I thank you so much for checking this out. There's all these came with it. Just tons of stuff. It is really cool, and I think you guys are going to really enjoy it once we get into it. There's your recreational plane just for putting around. Right, so yeah, I'm quite impressed indeed. So I hope you guys are going to join me for our adventure here. This will likely be, unless something majorly weird happens, like all of a sudden we log in and find all of our equipment sunk into the axles and the concrete. But unless something really weird like that happens, I think, guys, this is going to be the map we're going to run until we can get our sweaty little hands on 2015. So I'm going to light up these harvesters and start knocking down the two fields that we do own, this one and the one beside it. And next we meet, we should be ready to do some real-life farming. So please join me. If you liked the video, if you're looking forward to the series, leave a comment, leave a like. If you want to ignore this completely, well, I really do want to do it, but hey, you guys have the final word. So this has been Species 7. Take care of each other, folks. Till next we meet. Well, ciao for now.